Okay, we're going to load up the Ranger database and do a little tracking of the FCF event. As the company clerk, you'll go in here and do some work. This is the outpost record database. Let's go over here to the district file, load it up, and this is where you track all your district people. Of course, FCF is also part of the district, and this is your, as a company clerk, you spend a lot of time in this file. I'm going to go over here to the outing attendance. And right now I have 14 of our FCF members in here. Now in my file I have 3,000, probably 350 that are active. So this would be a long list of names. And of course the first thing I would do would want to come in here before the event and come up there, and let's say this had some data in it from previous years. I could click on this and create a new form, and this will give me blank data so that I can collect it. I go up here and file and print that, and it prints it to the PDF factory, which creates a nice clean file. So when I'm at the adventure with a pen and pencil, I can print off 7 pieces of this, 3-hole punch it, and then go through here and record the information from each one of the guys and collect their money, and do that. Then when I get home, I'll take that piece of paper, sit down here, and first thing we'll do is clean this file back up. Created these 17 blank records. Let's just clean it back. Let's delete the found records. It's going to delete those 17 blank records, and now we just have the database information in there. You want to be careful about doing that, because you can, not paying attention, you can delete data. Okay, now I have my piece of paper from the adventure on my right hand side, and I'm going down through here, and the first thing I try to do is sort this out. And then I'd start looking at my piece of paper and say, okay, Derek Bing, he attended the event. Rob Heff, he attended the event. And Mark Johns, he actually went for the Frontier Adventure. And Mike Johns as well went for it. And Jim Jones went for it. Okay, and then this guy right here, he came for the adventure as well as Black Powder. And he paid some dues. So he paid $20 in dues. And then Kelly Mark, he attended the adventure, and he did the Black Powder, and he bought a lifetime membership. So we're going down through there tallying that information. Let's say we'll do a find here for these guys that have changed it, and let's show all records for a second. So let's say Fred Gim. Let's just find these records, and I wanted to find Fred Gim. So I went over here and I put find record, and I put in there Gim, and there's Fred Gims, and he did the event fee, and he also did Black Powder, and there he is. So then we go click here, click find. Now, these are all the guys that attended the event, and we have $50 in event fees, $75 in Frontier Adventure fees. There's 4 young bucks and 4 old timers that attended the event. At 3 was at $30 fees and lifetime and paid dues. So this tallies that information up. You can get your report off of that. And then the next thing you want to do is you would take this and you would want to export this out to the FCF event for that outing. And we go click that. What that does is it creates a little data file that we can import. And we'll go over here and we'll import. And it will take these people and import them into a file, and these people all attended this adventure. So then we come back over here to this file. So we've recorded all these people in the attendance for the adventure. Now let's think what we would do would be to find the ones that paid for the adventure. It's just itself, and we have these 5 people here. We're going to export this out to a notepad file, and that just turns it into a text file. And I'm just going to grab this information real quick, copy it, and then we're going to use it here in a second when I go over here to the receipts for spring outing and the event fee. I'm going to create a new record. I'm going to paste these people down in here that attended, put the date in there. This would be spring outing, and the amount was $50, and it was mainly cash and checks, and that would be the event fee. And I collected the money. Now I could print that, send that on to the district, put the $50 with it, and then we go on to the next one. Okay, so we come up here to our event and our frontiers. Let's find the ones that attend the frontier. be these three guys right here. So it's $75. We'll export them now to the notepad file. And all I'm doing is double accounting is really all I'm doing here. Control C, copy that, and we'll paste that over here into the receipts. Get another new record, put them down in here, paste them control in there, and put today's date in there. This is from the Frontier Adventure, and it was $75, and it was checks and cash and checks, as well as FCF application fee. That's where it gets posted, and so that information is there. Attach my 75 to that, the paperclip, and then go on back over here to the out in attendance. Okay, so we've done both of those, and let's look for black powder. Let's just find our black powder. So we find, I'm just going to put a star in there, and these three right here, black powder. So we could export those right back into Notepad and copy that, and then paste that in there and put a receipt down in there for black powder as well. And hit the receipts, new record, paste them in there, and put today's date from NRA black powder, of course, and the amount was $30, and it would have been FCF black powder, which is the account that it goes into. And there we go there. So we got that taken care of. Now let's jump back over here and see what else we got. We got some dues in there, lifetimes. Do a find for lifetime in there. Just put a shift star wild card, and it would find Kelly Mark got one. So we go in here and do our receipts and so on. Nice thing about this is you don't have to type this information in. You just basically, you already have the information. You're just tallying it and cleaning it up and posting it in there. So then we would do the paid dues as well, and that way you would track all your information, have it ready. You would record it long term, and you would have it pretty well nailed down. That's how I track this, the FCF events